Hey yo, what's going on with the viewers of the tube? Tyler here of Chico Crypto, coming to you from my backyard, not doing a live or in the studio or out in Chico, but this beautiful backyard once again. And yes, I was wrong this week. I admit it, I was 100% wrong. I really thought the bad news was gonna break down the Bitcoin price even further, but the bad news is actually pumping Bitcoin. So yeah, let's talk about the Bitcoin price. As of Tuesday, we were at about 20.5K, but as of this morning, we're pushing up towards 24K, and the price is up over 10% in the past 24 hours. So the bad news came. We got an expected rate hike of 75 basis points from the Fed FOMC meeting yesterday. And Jerome Powell said, you know, this is probably one of the last big rate hikes and they'll start slowing. So the Fed is turning from hawkish to dovish. US GDP, it came in this morning and it came in actually lower than expected. So expectations were a negative 1.6%. Talked about that in my video a couple days ago. It came in negative, which means, according to the typical definition of a recession, we are in a recession because it came in negative, but it didn't come in as negative as people thought. It only came in at negative 0.9%. So yeah, I was wrong this week, but we got to talk about a bull trap because there are signals out there that this is a bull trap. So a bull trap is a false signal that traps traders that acted upon big buy signals, and longs eventually get wrecked, and so do a batch of shorts while the price pumps. So when did we have our last bull trap? Well, it was only a week ago, early last week, July 18th through the 20th. BTC, it pumped from around 21K up to where we are right now, about 24K. And during those moves, over $420 million in shorts were liquidated. And then, you know, when the price started coming back down, over $500 million in longs were liquidated. So as of right now, the past 2 days, we've had over $360 million in shorts liquidated. So things are looking just like they did last week. We got to be very, very cautious that this isn't a bull trap. But I was completely wrong for this week. I expected some downward movements, but those downward movements could still come. I'm still hodling my own opinion that I don't think the bottom is in. I think the bottom is coming around late August, September of this year. So yeah, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope 17.5K that was set in June was the bottom. But like I said, buy signals are what traps people in the bull trap. And there are many, many buy signals to trap investors. BTC is back above the realized price. Bitcoin is above the 200-week moving average, and Bitcoin is above the 4-year moving average. These are technical indicators that technical analysis look at, you know, to confirm if we are in a bull or bear, especially the 200-week moving average. Being above that means, oh yeah, maybe we have flipped bullish, which of course, you know, a lot of longers will start putting in those longs as they think we have bottoming out. But hey, like I said, I hope I'm wrong. And there are, you know, some signals out there that say I am wrong. So our government is once again doing the money printers go brrrr. So to combat inflation, this is just hilarious to me. To combat inflation, the government is about to approve $750 billion in new spending. Yes, yes. And what are they calling this? Oh, this is just hilarious. The Inflation Reduction Act. So they're printing more money to fight inflation. Wait, I think doesn't money printing cause inflation? Isn't that the reason we're in this, inflationary economy as we speak? But I said this probably 2 weeks ago that the government would reverse their course, and they already are starting to. States are starting to talk about, giving consumers money. Government is reopening, the floodgates for money. So our government is once again going to start printing and printing. But we got to talk what's within this Inflation Reduction Act. They do have within it a climate deal. Now, this actually makes me extremely bullish on energy coins because they're going to be spending, I think, upwards of $250 billion on climate-based projects within the United States to help, us become energy independent and not rely on oil. So that makes me bullish on energy coins, within the crypto ecosystem. Of course, there is Energy Web Chain and EWT, the Energy Web Token. I've talked about this before. Energy Web is friendly with the SEC. Energy Web has connections to the White House. So, of course, that makes me bullish. But there was something that came out earlier in the week. Coinbase, they are having a probe into, their listings, and, the SEC is possibly saying they're listing securities. But one of the employees that got busted for insider trading within that, court case or coming court case, they listed 9 coins that were securities according to the SEC. And one of those coins, guess what it was Energy Web's biggest competitor, Power Ledger. So that makes me think, SEC government is on Energy Web's side, which isn't a bad thing, especially if the money printers go burr once again. But now we got to talk about another coin that I haven't talked about in a while. It's gotten pretty wrecked and there hasn't been much going on. There has been a lot going on with the project, but in regards to, it's hard to talk about altcoins in a bear market. Those videos do extremely bad. But Clima DAO. So Clima, their legal team actually met with 2 U.S. senators on policy to discuss policy and policy changes within the United States in regards to climate. They met with Senator Loomis and Senator Gillibrand. So it makes me pretty bullish. I've held all my Clima DAO. Even though the price has gotten obliterated, I'm still hodling every single one. But let's talk a little bit more about some altcoins. GMX, it's on fire. It's back above $30. I think it was above 31, pushing towards 32. And I am so freaking bullish on GMX. Like I've talked about in the past, Arthur Hayes, the creator of the first centralized or the first major centralized perpetual exchange, is extremely bullish on GMX. He's spent over 1,000 ETH on it over the past month and a half, and he's talked about it in one of his blogs, saying if they keep on the path they're going to take the decentralized perpetual market. But I'm also bullish on Polkadot. Polkadot. I have a feeling is going to have an extremely good next bull run, the last 2 raw. As it's ETH2 before ETH2. Polkadot already has cross-chain communication with their parachains. Basically, their structure is sharding already. They have many of the features that ETH2 is going to take maybe a year or 2 to implement. They already have it implemented. But then we got to talk about ETH Classic, as it's up over 70% over the past week or so. 40% over the last couple days. And that is because the merge is coming closer, where, Ethereum turns off proof of work and moves fully to proof of stake. The miners, the Ethereum miners, it looks like they are going to go with ETH Classic. Although I think towards the merge date, we're going to see an Ethereum fork where they're going to fork the main Ethereum chain. But I have a feeling ETH Classic is going to take a majority of the hash power. Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in for this video. I was wrong, unfortunately, this week. You can't always be right. But I'm going to try to bring the best content forward on a daily basis. Cheers, guys. I'll see you next time.